Hi friends, my name is Erin. This is Daily Elevations. Thank you so much for watching. Um, yeah, I wanted to talk today about muscle testing. Why? Because again, it demonstrates the absolutely fascinating connection between the mind and the body. Muscle testing is nothing more really than what it sounds like. You test the muscles, you can extend an arm and have somebody either hold something close to their body or have them say something, and you can kind of see if the body is resonant. So if I'm to say, my name is Erin, that is true. I'm able to hold strong. If I were to say my name is Bob, then it would be really hard for me to, same amount of pressure, keep that arm straight. Very actually hard to test on yourself, but it's a fascinating concept and has many applications. I often use muscle testing when I'm working with clients to kind of know sometimes which direction I should go with somebody. Should I go into a visualization, or should I talk to them more? Or should we go into the body or an energy thing? So I can kind of figure out what's going to be most resonant, what's going to serve them the most. So I use it all the time in my practice in that way. But the first time I was introduced to muscle testing was in a seminar of about 75 people, where somebody was called up to the front of the room, and we had been learning to kind of hold, positive thoughts about ourselves. Like that was kind of a piece of it, was just like being fully self-responsible, right? So this came with some training. But the facilitator blindfolded this woman and told the audience either thumbs up, think positive thoughts towards her, thumbs neutral, don't think about her at all, and thumbs down, think negative thoughts about her. And meanwhile, the facilitator was whispering in her ear whether she should be thinking positive thoughts about herself or negative or neutral. And what this little experiment showed is that in a room of 75 people thinking really negative thoughts towards her, she was able to hold herself super strong by thinking positive thoughts about herself. It's pretty cool. I always think about like the sports, and like the whole like thousands of people like screaming and yelling for like the other team, and just all the negativity that can be going at those players sometimes. Like that's where like mindset becomes so important, because we can influence each other. And the other piece of this that was really fascinating was that when the audience was thinking positive about her and she was thinking negative, she actually got strong. She stayed strong in that scenario as well. So we can influence. There is something that suggests that when we are really in that positive, loving, possibility state, that we actually can transform negativity. Now, what's hard is that we have to choose to do that. And you've probably definitely been in the room, you're like, that's not true. Like, I've totally been in rooms where people just sucked my energy out and drained my energy. Yes, and I'm going to suggest that if your mindset wasn't right in that moment, then you would have opened the door. Sometimes we'll open the door because we want to connect with people. We want to relate to them. So we open the door and then whoop, we go right down. Sometimes they're actually mirroring a certain belief or something in us that we just automatically get around them and we're like, oh yeah, I actually feel that too. I deny it most of the time, but they are right on. So that can happen. But if we were to choose, if we were to go walking into any room, sometimes we're not prepared for the negativity we're going to be met with. But if we get met with negativity, rather than engaging with it, sometimes just coming back inside and choosing that really awesome, powerful stance for ourselves and then relating from there, can actually keep us from that sense of depletion and that sense of going weak, because this is muscle testing. It demonstrates it on the surface, but it certainly suggests what's going on in the brain, in all of your vital organs, which are also muscles, especially those muscles that, these ones we have control over, but these are just totally based on, our autonomic systems. So if our autonomic systems are stressed or feeling weak, they're not going to be functioning so well. So that positivity, whether you are beating off negativity or you're watching somebody in negativity, know that you have the power to uplift them based on just the thoughts, just the energy that you're sending their way. Super cool stuff. How affected this physical form is by the thoughts and stuff that we're thinking. It cannot tell a lie. I love the body because it cannot tell a lie. It's constantly informing us of what actually is, no matter what weird things our brain wants to be telling us. And, I think also about Tony Robbins, who's basically made a big part of his name and his success and his following, because he teaches people how to get in that positive state where they can overcome any obstacle. They can walk on fire. He has all the fire walkers that follow him around because he teaches them how to get into that state. So it's not a common thing for us to really understand the power that we hold within ourselves to, one, create whatever we want for ourselves and hold the strength for ourselves, but two, to be able to bring that and move the obstacles in the world around us, and to know that if we cultivate our mind, are stronger than anything else, stronger than other people's opinions, stronger than, all of it. But we have to choose. We have to choose. So I hope you choose to stand for yourself, to fill yourself up this weekend. Take good care. And I will see you next week, diving in for real this time to some more body stuff.